Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
It's on your website, and it is the 606 finish.
Okay.
It's a satin, brass satin.
Right.
Does that have a brushed look to it?
Absolutely.
It does. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it's the correct one that I'm looking at, because my hardware on the door is the same. So how long is it for delivery if I order that today?
Oh, I would guess probably somewhere in the 4-week range. It could very easily be longer than that because the back order on flat goods, architectural.
Oh, wow.
Like yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. And what is your return policy if I get it here and for some reason it's not what I thought it would be?
So it's not going to be returnable. I mean, the amount of
it's not returnable.
Kick plates I sell on an annual basis is tiny, and it's made to order.
Look at the inside of it. Yeah. Okay. So if I order it, then I'm stuck with it.
Well, I mean, what we want to do is make sure that you order it and you love it. That's what we want to do.
So that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, whatever needs to be done that I can participate in to ensure that, I'm game for.
Could you take a picture of it? And because sometimes what's displayed on the internet doesn't really, show it justice. Would you be able to take a picture of it and then send it to my phone?
No, I don't have any satin brass kick plates laying around that I could take a photo of. But if you know the finish code of your existing hardware, or if you email me, what is already on the door, I can reply back with something at least that you can look at that satin brass. Okay.
Is the satin brass kind of universal, or does it vary with manufacturers?
Well, the term satin brass is too generic. It doesn't mean anything. But when we translate that into a industry-specific code, you mentioned 606 in your voicemail. When we use 606, that is an absolutely specific finish. So any manufacturer that calls it 606, all of them basically have the same chemistry when it comes to plating the products. So it will be the same or so close that it's really not detectable. And that's a result of, in the very late 1920s, the homeowner wanted to order their hinges from, McKinney or Sargent, let's say, and the door locks from Corbin. Before then, there was no unified system. So a government-led initiative in the early 1930s came up with the US system. We would call 606, we would have called it US4. That means satin brass. So that you could order your kick plate from Donjo and you could order your lock from Baldwin. You see the point. So that was really helpful. Now 606 is the BHMA, Builders Hardware Manufacturers Association version, where it not only tells us satin brass, US4, but it tells us the base material is brass. So you could do US4 on any base material, but when you flip to the BHMA 3-digit number, now you're defining not only the finish, but the base material as well. Because satin brass on steel and satin brass on solid brass are two different finishes, even though they're quite complementary. To the discerning eye, sounds like yours. You'll tell it's different. If I put the Pepsi Challenge in front of you, you'd say, oh, one is clearly not the same as other, but you're calling them both satin brass. So, if anyone is using 606 and they're using it faithfully, because some manufacturers don't use it faithfully, Donjo is one of those manufacturers that use codes that are not faithfully used. It'll match. You'll love it. And in the sense that there would be nothing closer that you could get. And then when you talk about the differences in finishes, it really gets down into the minutia, like the elevation that the plating plant is at. If you're plating in Denver versus plating in Death Valley, you will technically get different results because of the elevation change. No one's plating in Death Valley. I've been there.
Anyway. I am looking for the brushed satin brass look. I don't want anything bright and nothing too dark. So.
Yeah, it really sounds like you're in good shape. Why don't you give me your email address, and I'll send you an email that you can reply to. Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.